James Mann can keep scoring a point a minute, Scott, but
Well, we talked about this. He can score. He's good at scoring. And I just continue to say he's got to, he just got to keep working on guarding. And he ends up with 8 rebounds. He and I was mad at him and Grant the whole night. We gave up 19 offensive rebounds. That's my concern above all this. I'm tired of watching that. We did out-rebound these guys, and if they shoot 26%, you're probably going to out-rebound them no matter what, but we can't give up 19 offensive rebounds. We've got to stop doing that. Toledo's going to pound us, and so that's my concern. That's my biggest concern. That and our shooting, we're just not shooting the ball very well from 3.
yeah.
And, there ain't much I can do about that. That'll change. Like, Trey's going to start shooting the ball better.
Yeah.
I don't have a big concern with that as much as I do our rebounding. And we're not going to have Loudon in the Toledo game, so that's going to be our biggest challenge.
Yeah. Tanner Holden.
Really good tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's active from the start, right from the start. Very active, offensive rebounds. It looked a little bit like the beginning of the year. He just had a lot of energy and, just making hustle plays and around the ball. And, I was really pleased with the way he played tonight for sure.
I was looking it up. I looked it up. 2 of his first 3 games, he had about 20. And you think this kid might lead him in scoring?
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't, and that was my concern with him is that he'd think, man, this is just going to be easy all the time, and it just doesn't work that way. And so he's gone through a little bit of a struggle here. The freshmen go through the more of the ups and downs, and I would say Trey is kind of in that boat right now too. But
Yeah.
I don't have any concerns about either one of them.
Trey had a 1 for 10 stretch of 3s, then he hit a couple at the end there.
Yeah, and he, that's where he just can't let that affect every other part of his game. He had 5 rebounds a night, 3 assists. He's a tremendous passer and ball handler, and a great on-the-ball defender. There's so many other things he can do for us. He just can't let that one thing impact everything else.
I screwed up and had these guys with a win, but it didn't count as an official win.
Yeah, I don't understand it. It's when I walk to the line, Shake, I've been there. Now, I've not been on a team that was winless, but I when we at South Dakota State, when we went through the transition, we won 6 games one year, and we really had very little chance of winning a lot of games we played in, and those guys haven't played a home game. They're on an 11-game road trip. They got 2. They're going out to California now. It's unfair to those kids.
Yeah.
And I look at them and I shake their hands and I know how they feel because I've been there. And I talk to our players about that after the game and just trying to get them to understand because some of them haven't been in that situation, but also just being thankful for being on a team that every game we go into we have a chance to win. And being grateful for that because that's hard. As I shake their hands, I've been there. And it's only his first year, and he'll get that thing turned around, but it's just hard for him right now.
Yeah. What are your plans for after Toledo? You're giving him a couple days off.
Well, we'll come back. We actually come back after the Toledo game, and probably just have like a running practice where we shoot and run.
The next day.
Yeah, the next day, because we either had to do that or we're gonna have to bring back Christmas Eve night, and I really didn't want to do that. That's hard on everybody.
Yeah.
But we can't take 3 days off, and then practice 3 days. Really 2 days, and the day before game practice, and be ready. So we'll come back after the Toledo game, just do some things for shape purposes. They'll take a couple days off, so they'll go home on the 22nd. Most of them will be home by that afternoon. And they'll be home the 23rd, 24th, come back 25th that morning, and we'll practice sometime in the afternoon.
We used to have to do that, come back on Christmas.
Yeah, it just is, and it's hard. For the older guys, it's not as hard, because they've been through it, and but for the freshmen, it's usually very hard. I remember when I had to do it, how difficult it was for me to leave home. That was like one of the most difficult things I had to do. My dad had to put me on a train, and it was awful. He felt bad, I felt bad, and then I had a great time once I went back, but it was hard. And so, I understand that, but I also tell them, it's just 4 or 5 years of their life. In this opportunity that we have a good basketball team. We want to get back here, make sure we're ready to go. and, you know, then they'll have the rest of their life to enjoy Christmas. But this basketball portion of it, it just makes it hard because it's right in the middle of our season.
Yeah. Your team, you're 9-3, 1 point loss, 2 point loss, overtime loss. You're that close to being 12.
Yeah, we are, but you know, I mean, you're also, we won a game in overtime. We could be, you know, you could be 6-6 too, and so our record is what it is, and we're fortunate to be 9-3, particularly playing so many games without Loudon.
When he comes back, how do you foresee the minutes James maybe has earned, and how?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it will be, but James will still play. No question about that. Just because he gives us such good offensive punch off the bench. But we lack so much physicality right now. I'm so frustrated by it. We're just not very physical, and you know, it's just because we're missing Loudon doesn't mean we can't still be physical. But obviously, he gives us a different factor for sure.
I don't think have I seen you guys with a big 4-man? You know, I mean, usually it's been like Loudon and 4 perimeter guys, hasn't it, pretty much?
Yeah. I mean, Bill's pretty much a guard. I mean, James, you know, plays like a guard, shoots it like a guard, but he's a little bigger. And so, yeah, we just have to figure out, and maybe just be game to game, depending on who, because the way we look at it, it's not offensively, it's defensively. How do we match up to them? So, if we're playing a team that has a smaller 4, then yeah. If we're playing a team like Oakland's going to be playing 2 big guys, and so that may allow us to play Grant and Loudon together. And so it'll just depend game to game on who we're playing. But you know, obviously our bench is better. You know, once Loudon comes back, we're bringing Grant off the bench. I mean, he had 14 rebounds tonight. I mean, he's gotten a great feel, you know, for what it's like to play in pressure games and all those things. And so it's just making us better.
They had 40 minutes between them. You didn't play them together at all, did you, tonight?
I'm trying to remember if we did. I know we played James at the 4 some, so I think we did play him a little bit together. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say 25 points, 22 rebounds combined. That's pretty good for a 5-man.
Well, you know, in the last game, what, they had 47, 46 or 47 or 48 points between them. Yeah, and so, now 49, 26 and 23. So, you know, and Grant was not exceptional tonight. I think he struggled and just putting the ball in the basket, but still he had 14 rebounds. And I'm always frustrated with our centers. I'm frustrated with him. I'm frustrated with Loudon all the time. And then I turn around and look, and they've played a heck of a lot better than I give them credit for during the game. But they both take it well and are, you know, are easy to coach.